वरिष्ठम् वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। नीलाम्बुजश्यामल कोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपित वामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारु चापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्. So yesterday we saw the Rama Gita, Bhagavan speaking to Lakshmana. As I was saying, this Aranyakant is compared to Maya Nagari. So everything is Maya here. Now before Maya begins, Lakshmana wanted to have the knowledge of the higher. Therefore, Bhagavan is giving him that knowledge. So before the problem starts, you should well equipped. That's the idea. Not after the problem comes, then you seek the solution. Here, before the problem comes, Lakshmana is seeking the solution. Now, in this way, discussing about yoga, bhakti, etc. for some time peacefully, both of them, Ram, Lakshman, spent some time. As you know, life is not that something smooth, something has to happen, and something happened. There came Shurpanakha, the sister of Ravana. Nakha means nail, Shurpa means sea, whose nails are like the sea. You must have seen sea. You're all city people, you don't see. Village people see. They use this for separating the, what you call the stone and the paddy. So that is so big. She is introduced by her own name, Surpanakha, Surpanekha. Now think about her nail itself is that big. So think about her size, body. She was famous by herself. Her heart is wicked, terrible, like a snake, lusty, passionate person. Now once she went to Panchavadi, roaming about, and suddenly she happened to see Ram and Lakshman, most handsome two young boys. And when she saw, immediately her mind was filled with sensual desires, and disguising as a beautiful young lady, approached Ramachandraji. No formality, no etiquette, no shyness or anything. She just went and said, "There is no man like you and no lady like me. Tuma sama purusha namo sama nari." We are made for each other. What she said is true. No handsome person like Rama and no shameless person like Shurpanekha. Bhagavan understood what type of woman she is. Actually, she is ugly and old. She was married and her husband was killed by Ravana. She said, I have been roaming about in this world and I never found a match for myself. That is why I remained unmarried. So far, she says, I remained unmarried. Actually, she was married. And all right. Now that I see you, you stand some chance. So much arrogant. This character is a peculiar character. Immediately Ram, Lakshmana, Sita understood what kind of a person she is. Bhagavan said, I am already married and my wife is already with me here, but my younger brother is here. His wife is not with him. So she said, okay. Immediately she went to Lakshmana. What difference is like tu nahi or sahi? You are not there, someone else. Lakshmana said, I myself, a servant of my master. If you marry me, you will be a servant of a servant. There is no sukham in servant's life. It is like expecting honor for a beggar. Greedy person wants fame in the society. Extremely arrogant person, that he wants all purusharthas. I don't think you are that kind of a person. Would like to be a slave. You are free, licentious person. She said, you are right. Then again she went to Ramchandraji. Ramchandraji said, I already told you my situation. Again she went to Lakshmana. Lakshmana again refused her. Suddenly she got so wild. She thought that this Sita is here, that is the reason. That is why the problem. Suddenly she appeared in her own real terrible form. She wanted to attack Sitaji and kill her or eat her up. Then Bhagavan Rama only just indicated to Lakshmana, and Lakshmana swiftly cut her nose and ears, and blood was coming from both nose and ears, and she ran screaming, shouting, cursing, and her brothers were there, Khara and Dushana, Trishira, Ayangara Rakshas were there with 14,000 Rakshasas camping there. Ravana, place to place, kept his army like a checkpost so that people cannot reach Lanka that easily. This place is called Janasthanam. So when she went there, Kharadushan asked, what happened? How can anyone can disfigure you? Because you yourself is so terrible. You eat people. How come somebody can disfigure you? How is that possible? Then she started accusing them, what kind of brothers you are? You cannot take care of me. Only 2 Rajkumaras are there. Only 2 of them did this to me. And now Kharadushana, Rishira, with their 14,000 armies, went to Ramchandraji. Bhagavan Rama also knew that this Shurpanekha episode is not over. It is only the beginning. Ramchandraji said to Lakshmana, take Sitaji to a safe place and stand guard. And when the Rakshasas come, I will take care of them. And the Rakshasas came, and all the Rakshasas, when they saw Bhagavan Ramchandraji, so handsome and divine beauty, they stood there. And Kharadushan said, we have seen so many men, handsome ones, but such beauty we never seen so far. Even though you have disfigured our sister, we don't have any heart to shoot any arrow at him. That is called Sundarata. Even such wicked people also, their mind melts. Now he called his minister, go and tell him, even though you have done something wrong to our sister, just give the Sitaji to us and then you can go back. We will not do anything to you. We will save your life. When that minister came and informed Bhagavan, Bhagavan said, don't give cowardly talk now. Now you have come as an enemy to fight in the battlefield. And if you are afraid, then go back. Now a fierce battle took place between Khara, Dushana's army and Bhagavan. Bhagavan, think about it. Bhagavan Ramchandraji one side alone, and the other side 14,000 Rakshasas and Khara, Dushana and Trishira, three mighty warriors. The war was going on and suddenly Bhagavan used Mohanastra and each Rakshasa thought the other one is Rama and killed each other. Saying Ram and seeing Rama, they all killed themselves. How lucky they were. Bhagavan is compassionate. Even such Rakshasas also gained Vaikuntha Prapti. Now, Tulsidaji says, if you hate that sugar and eat it, it will be sweet only. So too, Bhagavan's name is so sweet. And even if you chant it with hatredness, it will be sweet only. In a few minutes, all asuras fallen down dead. Seeing this Khara, Dushana also approached Bhagavan. Bhagavan killed them in no time. When there is war, the devatas immediately gather in the sky, and when they saw Rama has won, they shower some flowers and go. Kharadushana and Trishira's killing is not the end. Bhagavan knew that they are not the boss. Someone else is the boss. So Bhagavan, by killing Kharadushana, threw a challenge at Ravana. So this Shurpanekha, she was watching the whole thing. When she saw all her brothers along with 14,000 soldiers gone, finished, then furiously she went to Lanka and talked to Ravana. She screamed in the whole Sabha, Ravana Sabha, Ravana's court. She said, in front of all assembled in the Ravana's court, she said, you are not alert and vigilant at all. You are not worried and concerned about the safety and security of Rakshasas and your country. You are sitting here drinking wine and sleeping day and night. You think that nobody can touch you. You don't know the clouds of danger hanging over your head. Now she is advising. Think about it. If there is no Rajaniti, proper governance, then the kingdom will perish. If dharma is not there through unrighteous way, if one earns money, it won't stay with him. Even good deeds are there, and if they are not dedicated to Bhagavan Hari, those karmas have no value. What she says, all wonderful things, isn't it? Rakshasas also know what is dharma. Someone is very literate and educated, but common sense is not there, then also no use. All these are mere labor only. And Ravana, you understand, if there is a spiritual seeker who remains in the company of very sensuous people, he will destroy himself. Or a king doesn't have a good minister to advise him, he will also perish. Arrogance will destroy your knowledge, and too much of drinking, then sense of modesty also go away. A few things you should never underestimate them. Number one, Ripu, enemy, disease, fire, sin and snake. Oh Ravana, do you understand? Ravana said, calm down first and tell me what happened. Suddenly you start giving advice to me. I don't like anyone giving advice. I don't need it. Shurpanaka said, now you are asking me, you should have known yourself. But anyway, I will tell you. She said, now the whole story she changes, okay? I went to Panchavadi for sightseeing and I saw two Rajakumaras. Then I saw a beautiful woman with them. She understands Ravana's weakness. You have many women, all celestial women also you have, but they are all nothing compared to her. But then that brother, when he came to know, I want to take her, he cut off my ear and nose. Then I went to Karadushana, but they were also killed in no time. All are gone. And okay, then Ravana says, okay, you calm down. Now I will find out what I can do. Then he went. So after Doha 22. Suranara Asura Naga Khaga.
सुर नर असुर नाग खग माही मोरे अनुचर कहूँ को नाही खर दूषण मोहि सम बलवंता तिनहि कुमारई बिनु भगवंता सुर रंजन भंजन मही भारा जो भगवंत लीन अवतारा तो मैं जाई बैरी हठी करऊं प्रभु सर प्राण तजे भव तरऊ होई भजनु नता मस देहा मन क्रम वचन मंत्र दृढ़ एहा जो नर रूप भूप सुत को हरि हूँ नारी चीतिरन दो चला अकेल जान चढ़ी तहवा बस मारीच सिंधु तट जहवा यहाँ राम जसी जुगति बनाई सुनई उमा सो कथा सहाई श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा 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 श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा.
Now here, Ravana's thoughts are given here. He was thinking, who is there in this world who is not under my rule? Devatas, human beings, asuras, nagas, gandharvas, birds, everyone who can dare challenge me. And Kharadushana, they are equal to me in strength. Who can kill them other than Bhagavan himself? Is it that Lord taken avatar here? If he has taken avatar, then I am not going to surrender to him, but he will be my enemy number one. And if he is Bhagavan, sure I will die at his hand. And I will cross over the ocean of samsara. Now, if you come to know Bhagavan has taken avatar, what should be your thinking? I am so lucky, the Lord is here, let me see him and fulfill the purpose of my life. But Ravana says worship, surrender is not possible in this tamasa deha. No sattvic thoughts. Even though he thought that he is mighty and all that, but he cannot do bhajan, cannot do bhakti. Now this is my resolve that he is going to be my enemy. If he is only a human being, then I will finish him. Or I will kidnap his wife. Then there will be battle and I will win the battle. Thinking, thus, no worship, I cannot worship him. Still, there is a doubt, really, if God or man. Then, in that night alone, he went to Marija. He took his Pushpaviman and went alone to Marija, his uncle. He is an expert in assuming different forms. He sat on his Pushpaviman and went to Marij, who was near Panchavati, Nasik, near Bombay. Ravana is planning. You see, when two parties are fighting each other, both will be planning. Therefore, Rama was also planning. Ramchandraji knew what Ravana is planning. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramchandraji called Sitaji when Lakshmana was not there. He said, I'll tell you something secretly. My dear Sita, listen, I want to do some Naralila. Bhagavan knew that Ravana is going to kidnap Sitaji. But Sitaji is such a pativrata stri. She cannot be touched by Ravana just like that. So you do one thing. Your original form you hand over to Agni Devata and assume a Maya form exactly like yours. In one of the Ramayana it is said the sattvic type of Sitaji was in the heart of Ramchandraji and therefore no separation. Rajasic form was in the fire, Agni Devata, and tamasic form she assumed exactly like the original Sitaji. No one could distinguish, even Lakshmana did not know. This was known to only Ram and Sitaji only. Even when we watch this episode of Ramayana in the movie, we become emotional. And what to talk about the acting of Sitaji and Ramchandraji. Lakshmana came and he did not know he is looking at Maya Sita. If Ravana is playing his trick, Bhagavan is higher than him. Now let us go back to Ravana. He went to Uncle Maricha, anxious, worried. Maricha immediately received him with honor and respect. Maharaj, you look so worried. What happened to you? He told what all things happened. And he said, I want you to help me. I want to kidnap Sita. But as long as that Ram and Lakshman are there, I cannot do that. Therefore, you appear there as a golden deer, most charming and fascinating, so that Sita will want to have that deer. Then you take that Rama far, far away. I know you may die, but while dying you scream in the voice of Rama and Sita will get worried and ask Lakshmana to go. This is the plan of Ravana. Maricha said, enmity with whom? Ram. He was shivering like a leaf. When an ordinary arrow he shot at me, 800 miles away I have fallen here. I have taken sannyas afterwards. He is God himself. Enmity with him is not going to help me. Please go back. Don't entertain this thought of kidnapping Sitaji. Ravana said, what? What is happening to people? everyone trying to teach me. He took out his chandrahas to strike. Then Maricha started thinking, you should not have enmity towards these 9 people, they say. One is called Shastri, someone holding a gun or weapon, sword. Number 2, Marmi, the one who knows your secret. Third, Prabhu, strong, influential person. Fourth, Shatha, foolish person. Dhani, very rich person. Sixth one, Vaidya, doctor. The 7th one is Bandi, bards who sing glories of king. Nowadays, modern term, journalist. Kavi, poets. Then 9th one is Bhanas. Bhanas means cook. Here Ravana was with weapon, so Maricha was thinking, if I don't obey him, he will kill me. If I obey him, Rama will kill me. Which is better? Better to die in the hands of Rama than dying in the hands of this papi. By this time, he has become a devotee of Rama, so he started imagining this Ravana has given me a good opportunity. I will go there as deer. He will chase me. I stop and look at him, and I can see him in person in front of me. Then he will shoot arrow. Looking at him and chanting his name, I will die. Wonderful death. Maharaj, he said, thinking that, Maharaj, I accept. Now, you see, Ravana has plan. Ramchandraji also has his own plan. And Maricha also has his own plan. After Doha 26, Dehivan and Nikatadasanana.
Dehivan nikatadasanana gayau तब मारीच कपट मृग भयउ अति विचित्र कछु बरनी न जाई कनक देह मणि रचित बनाई सीता परम रुचिर मृग देखा अंग अंग सुमनो हर बेशा सुनहु देव रघुबीर कृपाला एहि मृग कर अति सुंदर छाला सत्य संद प्रभु बधि करी एहि आनहु चर्म कहति वै देहि तब रघुपति जानत सब कारण उठे हर्षि सुर काजु सवारन मृग बिलोकी कटी परी कर बांधा कर तल चाप रुचिर सर सांधा प्रभु लक्ष्मण ही कहा समुझाई फिरत विपिन निशिचर बहु भाई सीता केरी करहु रखवारी बुद्धि विवेक बल समय विचारी प्रभु ही बिलोकी चला मृग भाजी थाय राम सरा सन साजी निगम नेति शिव ध्यान न पावा माया मृग पाछे सो धावा कबहु निकट पुनि दूरी पराई कबहु प्रगटै कबहु छपाई प्रगटत दुरत करत छल पूरी एहि विधि प्रभुई गयो लय दूरी तब तकी राम कठिन सर मारा धरनी परेउ करी घोर पुकारा
Then this Maricha assumed a charming golden deer form with many gems stuck on his skin. He went near the kutia and Sita ji saw. Her mind was captivated. She asked Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, look at this wonderful deer. Please get me this. If you can bring him alive, that will be wonderful. I can play with that deer. But suppose if it dies, then I can have the deer skin. Lord also knows that this is a Maya Amrit, not real. This is not a real deer, Maya Amrit. Now that Jayant, you saw beginning of this Aranyakand, Jayant came, Indradevata's son. Bhagavan took one blade of grass and shot at him. It was chasing Jayant and brought him to his feet. Same thing he could have done here also. But then the Leela purpose of avatar won't be fulfilled. Ravana had become mighty and powerful. He was a terror to the whole creation. Individually, Sahasrabahu, Bali, they had defeated him. Individually defeating did not help the society and the world because he became their friends. What Bhagavan wanted was that there must be a movement against that Ravana. Movement is when one can achieve things, when all people come together. Like India's freedom movement. What Ramchandraji wanted was that there should be such a cause where all people really around against that Ravana. Only winning that Ravana individually is not the aim. His rule must end. Adharma Rajya must end. Now Sita ji becomes the symbol. She is a chaste Pativrata Stri. Ravana had many other women, also bought forcefully from other countries, and they had to accept him finally. But nobody was like Sita ji. Here is someone for whole world sympathy will be there. Then when the Ravana is defeated, he cannot come back again. This is the whole idea. Therefore, Bhagavan running after this Maya deer. In Aranyakand, it is all Maya. Even Sita ji is also Maya Sita. Marij also Maya. Marij also wants Rama to chase him, and he wants to look at him. Here Bhagavan fulfilling Maricha's wish also. That Brahman, Tulsidaji says, that Brahman who is not known through Vedas, and Lord Shiva meditate upon whom, that Lord is running behind a Maya Pragam. And when they were far, far away, Bhagavan finally shot at the deer, and the deer, as the deer was falling down, he shouted, "Ha Lakshmana, ha Sita," in the voice of Rama. Then silently he said, "Ram, Ram." Seeing his love for the Lord, Bhagavan gave him that state. Even yogis don't get that state he got. And then Marija got killed. Now Bhagavan wants to go back. Also worried about the voice of Maricha, Yaha Lakshman. Now let us go to where Sitaji is there. Ravana was thinking he is succeeding in his mission. Now he has to get rid of that Lakshmana also. Lakshmana stood there and Sitaji heard the voice of Rama. Lakshmana, you go, your brother is in danger. Lakshmana laughed. Sometimes you laugh at wrong time, it is dangerous. He laughed because how can Sitaji think that Rama will come to get danger? You have seen that single-handedly he killed 14,000 Rakshasas in no time. And what will one Rakshasa do? So he laughed. That time Sitaji said such hurting word to him. So Sitaji says, Marma vachana tab Sita bola. Should be boli. It is indicative of this is something opposed to Sitaji's nature. When she spoke such hurting words, doubting even Lakshmana's intention about her, how can she say that? You go from here. He drew a circle and told her, please do not go outside this circle. This is a famous Lakshmana Rekha, called Dharma Rekha. It is well known as Lakshmana Rekha. The mystery about this Rekha is when Ravana tried to cross the line, fire used to come. But when Sitaji crossed, nothing happened. So what kind of sensor is put there, we don't know. When Lakshmana went reluctantly. Now Ravana saw Rama, Lakshmana. Both are not there. He came there in the garb of a sannyasi. By this only the greatness of the sannyasa order is established. Because he came in the sannyasi form, that is why she trusted. But when he started talking, she knew something is wrong. Also it is said, when he kidnapped her, he dropped his sannyasi dress. Then the honor of that dress is also kept. He came there asking for bhiksha. Her mind was preoccupied thinking about Ramachandraji. When she was giving the bhiksha, he said, you have to come this side of the line. And when she came out, suddenly he showed his real Ravana form and took her in his aerial car, chariot, Pushpa Viman. And as he was moving, flying, a vulture, Jatayu heard that crying of Sitaji, and he pounced on Ravana, a huge vulture. Ravana was anxious and he wanted to quickly get away from there. When Jatayu attacked, he had to come down. Sitaji was brought down also. Then he started attacking that Ravana. Ravana thought that this vulture is delaying me. He took out his sword, Chandrahas, and cut off his wings. Birds' wings are not there, they cannot do anything. It fell down. And again, Ravana took Sitaji again into the Pushpa Viman and flew over. As they were flying over, in Rishyamukha mountain, Sitaji saw some monkeys were sitting there. She dropped some ornaments, tied it in her clothes at the monkeys. Now here Rama saw Lakshmana coming, asked, why did you come? I told you to take care of Sita. But she said, Lakshmana said, she said such hurting words, I could not stay. Ramchandraji said, when a woman is in distress, she will say such words. You should not think about it. You should not mind that. In Balakand, story took turn because of Vishwamitra. In Ayodhya Kand, it was Manthara. And in Aranyakand, because of here, Lakshmana. Of course, Rupanaka also there, but Lakshmana is the main thing. If Lakshmana has not moved from there, then this would not have happened. He became an instrument. Ramchandraji said, I have a feeling that she is not there. Here we generally think success is when we achieve our desired result. Ravana achieved his objective in kidnapping Sitaji, so he was successful. And Jadayu wanted to save her but failed. But then what happened? Jadayu's failure is nobler than Ravana's success. Ultimately, the result you have to see. Ravana kidnapped Sitaji with the hope that he could marry her, but he did not succeed in that. And Jadayu gave his life to protect her purity and chastity, and he succeeded. Therefore, the idea of failure and success should be thought of properly. This Ramayana story is very deep. Katha Ram ke good. Ravana took Sitaji and put her in Ashokavadi. How she lived there. Sitaji, all the time she was thinking of that form of the Lord. How he ran after that Maya deer. That was the last scene she had about Ramchandraji. That was the last she had seen. And all the time chanting the name of the Lord, she realized her mistake. While leaving Ayodhya, she said, I don't want anything other than the Lord. Now she wanted golden deer. When the mind is shifted from the Lord and you want something else, then trouble will be there. Second point, you doubt a sadhu purusha like Lakshmana and trust a wicked person like Ravana, such thing creates bondage. Now here Ram, Lakshmana came to the cottage and found Sita is not there. Anxious and worried, both started looking for Sitaji. And as they were walking, they found Jadayu in a deathbed. He was holding his breath to convey the message. Lord Rama comes there and Jadayu tells the whole thing. Bhagavan said, you have sacrificed your life and that is the noblest act. Now I bless you to live and be immortal. Jadayu said, when you are in front of me, why should I live in this vulture body? Bhagavan gave him Sarupya Mukti, the form of Bhagavan. Then he sings Lord's praise, and after that the Lord sent him to heaven and tell him, when you go to heaven, you will see my father. Please don't tell him about this Ravana kidnapped Sitaji. Why? Because Ravana himself will tell him when he goes there. Let Ravana only tell him, you don't tell. As far as Jadayu's physical body is concerned, Bhagavan himself did his cremation and last rites. That luck even Dasharatha Maharaj did not get. That was the greatness of Jadayu. Now we saw Jadayu Moksha. Bhagavan Ramchandraji, as per information he gathered from Jadayu, Ram, Lakshman continued their search of Sitaji towards southern direction. As they were going ahead, one Asura came. His name was Kabanda, and he was under the curse of Durvasa Rishi. And Bhagavan released him from that Asura Yoni. Thereafterwards, Bhagavan is moving. After blessing that Kabanda, Shabri ke ashram Pagudhara. After 33.
After 33?
Oh. Okay, doesn't matter.
तारत परुष कहंता विप्र पूज्य अस गावहीं संता पूज्य विप्रशील गुणहीना.
Now before that, they Rama Rupa Anupa. Chandas.
Oh, you want the chant? जय राम रूप अनूप निर्गुण सगन गुण प्रेरक सही दस शीस बाहु प्रचंड खंडन चंड सर मंडन मही पाथोदगात सरोज मुख राजीव आयत लोचनम नित नौमि राम कृपाल बाहु विशाल भव भय मोचनम बलमप्रमेय मनाधिमजम यक्तमेकम चोचरम गोविंद गोपर द्वंद्व हरवे ज्ञान घन धरणीधरम. जय राम मंत्र जपंत संत अनंत जन मन रंजनम नित नौमि राम अकाम प्रिय कामादिखल दल गंजनम. जेहि श्रुति निरंजन ब्रह्म व्यापक विरज अज कहि गावहि करि ध्यान ज्ञान विराग जोग अनेक मुनि जेहि पावहि सो प्रगट करुणा कंद शोभा वृंद अग जग मोहि मम हृदय पंकज भृंग अंग अनंग बहु छवि सोहहि. जो अगम सुगम सुभाव निर्मल असम सम शीतल सदा पश्यन्ति जम जोगी जतन करि करत मन गो बस सदा. सो राम रमानिवास संतत दास बस त्रिभुवन धनी मम उर बसौ सो समन संस्कृति जासु कीरति पावनी. अविरत भक्ति मांगी बर गीत हरि धाम तेहि की क्रिया जथोचित निज कर कीनि प्रणाम सिया वर राम जय जय राम मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम.
Avirada Bhakti Magivara Geet Jayahu Haritha. This vulture went to Bhagavan's abode. Then Kabandagati, then Bhagavan went to these two characters in Ramayana. They appear very short time, but they leave impression in our mind. One is Jatayu, second one is Shabari. All the Ramayana Kathakars call her Kudiya as ashram. But nowadays in the ashram, austerity is the first casualty. Everyone wants comfort only. Ashram means there must be shrama. Shrama should be there. Shrama means tapasya. Austerity should be there. And Shabari saw Rama is coming to her house. She considered her kutiya is her house only. He doesn't consider it an ashram. Now, a little background about this Shabari. She was a tribal woman and devoted to a great rishi, Matanga Rishi. And as Matanga Rishi was departing from that place, he had already recognized her bhakti and seva bhav. And so he said, I am giving you one mantra. You keep chanting that. This mantra is very simple. Ram, Ram. Shabari asked, who is that Ram? He said, whoever is that Ram, he himself will come to you. You don't need to know its meaning. The meaning will come to you. When Rama came, she started thinking, I have not done any kind of sadhana. Those who do real sadhana, they think that they have not done any sadhana. Those who do nothing, they will complain, I have done so much sadhana, why Bhagavan is not pleased? So what remembrance, leaky pokey mind of ours? I don't deserve, she thinks that I don't deserve this Rama darshan. But Munike vachana samuchi, I. He says, because my Guru has said to confirm the truth of the words of my Guru, Bhagavan has come to me. The credit goes to her Guru, who she saw, the lotus-eyed Bhagavan, Jata Mukuta, the crown of jadas and garland of flowers picked from the forest. One Shyamavarna and other Gauravarna, dark and fair complexion. Now, seeing him, she fell at the feet of Bhagavan, immersed in love. The words were not coming out of her mouth. Again and again she was bowing down to Bhagavan. How many years she was waiting. Then she saw, oh, I am making Bhagavan stand. Please come. And a beautiful seat was given to him. Then she washed his feet. She brought roots and fruits and fed Bhagavan. Now many of you know that she was tasting the fruit and then giving to him. It is not said like that here in Tulsi Ramayana. Why? Because Tulsidasi understand your feeling. He said, Kanda Moola Phala Surasa Ati Diye. She gave suras, means fruits, means so sweet fruits. Now how do you know it is sweet? Because she must have tasted. How can she taste and give it to Bhagavan? He said, I did not say that. The one who is an expert in fruit picking, they will know which is tasty. And the Lord ate that, and again praising Shabari's fruits, Bhagavan ate that with love. Like Bhagavan said in Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Jome Bhaktya Prayachati. With devotion, if you offer, I will take it. If it is a leaf or a fruit or a water. Now the word used here, Barambar Bakhani, means not that he praised her fruit at that time. Even after returning to Ayodhya after 14 years, and Kausalyaji herself was making food for him, at that time also he remembered Shabari's fruit. That is what it means by saying Barambar. She stood in front of Bhagavan with folded hands. As she was looking at Bhagavan, the waves of love rising in her heart, and she knew the puja vidhi, watching Rishi Muni. She said, Kehi vidhi astuti kahu. I am born in a low caste family, and as a tribal woman, I am not literate. I don't know how to sing your praise. I am dull-witted person, low in every respect. I don't know how to sing any praise. At that time, what Bhagavan said, see, Kaha Raghupati Sunu, Bhamini Bata. Listen, O Bhamini. This word Bhamini means young, beautiful girl. Shabari was not young or beautiful. In fact, she was not good looking at all. That is why her husband had left her. Here, her inner purity and beauty is addressed here. Please listen, I accept only one thing, that is devotion, the highest prem. That only I understand. Suppose someone is born in a high caste family with a lot of wealth and prosperity and high education and all that, but there is no bhakti for the Lord or Guru, then it is beautiful like waterless cloud. No use. Then Bhagavan thought that Shabari says, she is illiterate, she doesn't know how to praise him. But Bhagavan said, I am educated, I can sing praises. And why all the time devotee should sing the praise of Bhagavan? Sometimes Bhagavan also can praise his devotees. So Bhagavan skillfully said, Shabari, I am going to tell you 9 kinds of devotion. Listen, she said. Now this Navavidha Bhakti is given in Bhagavatam. Prahlada gives this Navavidha Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. That Navavidha Bhakti is given here, Prasidaji, in a slightly different way. He said, but he said, wonderful. And Bhagavan achieves 3 M's through this. Number 1, for all of us, he explained what is devotion. For us, it is an upadesha on bhakti. Number 2 point, as far as Shabari is concerned, it is varadan for her. Because she already a devotee, it is a blessing for Shabari. Third, great praise of Shabari. Because after giving out 9 types of bhakti, he said, even if anyone has got one of them, he is dear to me. But Shabari, you have all 9 of them. Then how dear she is to the Lord. It was a great praise. Now I am going to tell you 9 kinds of devotion. Actually, devotion is only one kind. The unconditional love for the Lord. But where to start? How that devotion is expressed? It manifests in 9 forms. Listen to it attentively. This is for us because we listen only tentatively. Now, number 1, satsang, starting point. That place where you get opportunities to listen and the glories of Bhagavan's, glories, virtues, leelas, now somebody said, Mark Twain, I think that if you don't read newspaper, you are uninformed. If you read, you are misinformed. How the media plays different roles. Satsang, where you get opportunity to listen to Bhagavan's glories. That is called Shravanam, Satsang. Number 2, as you listen to the Katha, it will create love for the Lord. That is called Ramanam. Third, service to your Guru without any ego. Then you will get clarity of knowledge. Then the 4th, then what you hear, you think, you start singing the glory of the Lord. Number 5, Veda says repetition of mantra with great faith. Shabari was told to do this japa and she just did that japa. See the result. Bhagavan himself come there. Number 6. As the devotion grows more and more, he loses interest in the worldly kind of things. That is a sign whether you are a devotee or not. And control of oneself and practice more and more spiritual sadhana. Nowadays we don't have that. Even 80-year-old wants to get married. 7th point, the whole world is seen as pervaded by the Lord, and as the Lord, Siya Ramamaya Sab Jag Jane. Bhagavan said one more thing, my devotees are greater than me. Bhagavan is like sandalwood tree, but its fragrance is spread everywhere by the breeze. So Sant Mahatmas are like breeze, and Bhagavan is like sandalwood. Devotees do wonderful publicity about me, so they are greater than me. Number 8, total contentment by whatever they get by chance. Bhagavan said in Gita 12th chapter, Santushto yena kenachit. So that is the point here also. Total contentment by whatever they get by chance. No craving, no running about for things. Whatever you get with your honest work, be contented. They do not see anyone's fault even in their dream. What is the sign of purity of mind? Even in dream you don't see bad of anyone. Even if you see someone's fault, but you don't keep on thinking about it, you see only your fault. Number 9, with everyone, loving to everyone, some respect, some suspect, bhakta is same to all. Completely depend on the Lord, no elation or depression. These are the 9 types of bhakti. Whether man or woman who has got even one of the 9 forms of love, that person is dear to me. If in you all the 9 kinds of devotion is there in full measure, you have my darshan, and therefore you will have darshan of your own Swarupa. Now, do you have any information about Janaki? Finally, after giving all the Navavidha Bhakti, Bhagavan asked, this is a worldly thing. He asked, do you have any information about Janaki? Somebody said, go to Pampa Lake, and on the Rishyamukha mountain, one Sugriva is sitting there, and he will tell you more about Sita ji. Now, what is the point Bhagavan asking her? In the beginning, to purify our mind, we perform selfless karma dedicated to God. That purifies the mind. Purified mind longs for knowledge. Then it gets that knowledge, and after knowledge, the love that arises for the Lord is something very special. It is called Jnanottara Bhakti. And in that, the fulfillment of love is in rendering seva to Bhagavan. Seva is starting point also and culmination also. Whenever you love someone, you want to do something for that person. Bhakta wants to serve the Lord, but the master should give the opportunity to serve. Here for Shabari, Bhagavan gives an opportunity to do seva. She understood that. And she said, you stay here. That Belini became a great yogini. The purpose of my life is over. Now keeping Bhagavan's lotus feet in her heart, she out of her own yoga shakti kindled the fire in her own body, and she merged with Bhagavan. Tulsidaji says, give up all other things which creates only sorrow. grow in love and devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Rama. She was not from great birth. Even then, she was liberated by Bhagavan. O mind, you forget such a Lord and think of something else. Will you be ever happy? Your sorrows will not end if you turn away from the Lord. Now, as per Shabari's advice, Bhagavan moved ahead. One side he was admiring the beauty of nature, but other side everything was reminding him of Sitaji. And then in one place he found a lake and he sat down there. And you know, at that time, Narada Muni came there. You remember, Bhagavan got this human form because of the curse of Narada Moha Prasanga, you remember. But and seeing Ramchandraji, Narada Muni felt that the Lord is sad. Naradaji came and did namaskar. Bhagavan said, Narad, you come. He asked, how are you? I am fine. But I am feeling sad because of my curse. You have to go through all these difficulties. Narada said, I want one boon from you. What is that? Lord, you know there are thousands of names are there for you. Out of all that names, your name Rama must become more prominent. Just as in the clear sky, many stars are shining, but when the moon is there, how it outshines everyone. Like that, in the clear sky filled with devotion, in the heart of people, in that heart, your name should shine like the moon. Bhagavan said, Tadastu, may it be. Lord Shiva also told Parvati, among 1,000 names, Ram Nam is equal to 1,000 names of Bhagavan. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Nama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varaname. Bhagavan's all names are great, but Ram Nam is greater. Then Nanda said, Bhagavan, I have one more question. Yes, what is that? See, if you get stuck with some thought, a desire, whatever happens in your life, you will never forget. Now here Narada is asking, Bhagavan, I wanted to marry that Vishwamohini. Why did you stop me? Now, Narada is still holding on that thought. Now, but beautiful Bhakti Rahasyam is pointed out here. Bhagavan said, listen, just as parents have two children, let us say, one is a shishu, a child, the other has grown up. So the parents will always be more careful about the baby. Suppose the baby tried to catch fire, will they allow them? They will protect the child, but once the child grows up, then he can take his own decision. Therefore, I have these two types of devotees. Those who are totally dependent on me, like the child, and it is my duty to protect them. If in their mind some pride arises, which is opposed to the path of devotion, then should I not protect them? Your samskar is not for marriage. Narada, you are not fit for marriage, number one. You will become miserable after marriage. There are two types of people, those who have got that desire and aptitude for marriage, and if you force them to take sannyas, that will be apat sannyas. The other one, who is a virakta by nature, if he gets into some fancy and gets married, he will not be happy. He will never make that girl also happy. For that person also and that wife also, both will be unhappy. So Narada, at that time, you are under delusion and you are my bhakta and I don't want you to get into trouble. You are doing tapas and doing wonderful things. Suddenly you forgot me and pride came that you conquered Kama and Krodha. Remember, who was she? She was my Maya. How can you marry her? In other words, Bhagavan said, you are my baby bhakta. I saved you from that. It is out of love only. Narada said, Bhagavan, thank you very much. Sunirapupati Kevachana Swaya. After 44.
Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. सुनी रघुपति के वचन सुहाए, मुनि तन पुलकन यन परि आए। कहु कवन प्रभु के असरीति, सेवक पर ममता अरु प्रीति। जेना भजहि अस प्रभु प्रम त्यागी, ज्ञान रंग नर मंद अभागी। पुनि सादर बोले मुनि नारद, सुनहु राम वे ज्ञान विसारद। संतन के लक्षण रघुबीरा, कहु नाथ भव पंजन पीरा। सुनो मुनि संतन के गुण कहु, जिन ते मैं उन के बस रहूं। शतविकार चित अनक अकामा, अचल अकिंचन सुचि सुख धामा। अमित बोध अनिहमित भोगी, सत्य सार कवि कोविद जोगी। सावधान मानद मदहीना, धीर धर्म गति परम प्रवीणा। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय रामा। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय रामा। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय रामा। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय रामा।
Narada said, I have another question. Bhagavan, you have always loved, you have a love for sons, sages. So I want to know who is really a son. What is their nature? Because someone declared that I am a saint. Whom do you consider a son? Bhagavan said, the greatest lakshana of a saint is no attachment to his body or the house or possessions at all. Only love for the Lord is the thing in life. Actually, the lakshana of a sons are innumerable. Even Sharada Devi cannot describe. But because the virtues are many, but they become manifest in some for some reason. For example, a Sant Mahatma is there who never gets angry. Now, how will you know? When someone comes and teases him and irritates him, and still he is charmed, then one quality is known. But that is not the only quality he has. When Naradji heard from Bhagavan that Sant Lakshana cannot be described, he felt so delighted. Again and again he prostrated and went to his abode, Brahmalok. Tulsidaji says, indeed those people who are soaked in the love of Ramachandraji, even without the painful practice of japa, yoga, etc., they will cross over this samsara. Such people giving up worldly attachments always seek satsang. With that, this Aranya Kanda is completed. We will see Kishkinda Kanda, that is also very beautiful, after our break.